Welcome to Cross the Line Sports in proud partnership with Q City Metro. Right now I have the leader of the offense, the quarterback, the man behind center, Mr. Corey Fields. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you. So, final game of the season. Last week didn't go the way you wanted it to, but you still got a way to end on a good note. How are you feeling, personally, knowing like this is the last go around?
All week I was trying to put it over my head, just not thinking about it a lot. But as of lately, I've been thinking about it. It's my last time playing with some of my teammates that been here since they were freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like an unreal moment for me.
Mm-hmm. What have you been saying to to the players and everybody about trying to finish on a good note? Like what's been your message to the team?
My message to the team is just be better than we were yesterday. Just get 1% better. Yeah, it may not be the outcome how we may want it, but at the end of the day, we got to finish strong because at the end of the day, we got that logo on front of our chest.
So does the intensity of practice like increase, or do you feel like it's a little bit more of like the guys are kind of like at ease, knowing you still want to win the game, but how would you say the intensity is like around the team, knowing this is it, like this is the final game of the season, knowing that you want to finish strong and send Coach Pugh out on a good note?
I'll say practice-wise, we try to be mentally sharp, make sure we don't have much mistakes. Physically-wise, we try to do what we can do. We know it's tough throughout the week considering that we play back-to-back and we got the end of the season, but we try to put our bumps and bruises to the side and just pick up intensity and make sure we're mentally sharp.
Most people would agree that you probably arguably played the toughest position in all of football, playing the quarterback, being the leader of the team, and with the quarterback, it comes with a lot of criticism. Whether you win, you get the praise. You don't win, then, a lot of times quarterback gets the blame. Is that something that you've embraced? Like, how do you handle that, knowing that with the quarterback, that type of criticism comes with it?
Me personally, for most people who know me, I'm just I keep to myself, keep most things to myself, and I just get over things. So for me personally, just playing quarterback, people gonna say what they're gonna say. At the end of the day, if you're not in my position, then you're not gonna understand what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking throughout the game. So I let people say what they have to say and just focus on me and the team and just get better in the film each and every day and just listen to my teammates and where I can improve from to help us be on a better page. So the outside, when people gotta say what they gotta say, it is what it is.
How long would you? Because you've been here. This is your senior year, correct?
Yes.
When did you feel like the game for you started to kind of like slow down? Because it's definitely a lot different from high school football. Like, but as a quarterback and a senior, like when did you feel like the game had started to finally like slow down for you?
I would probably say going into the spring after my redshirt year, just learning the whole offense, actually understand what I'm supposed to be doing. I was able to slow things down. My first year, everything was going crazy fast. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was getting used to the big alignment too. I played 1A football, so I was taller than all my old linemen.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got here, it was like, man, I got all the big boys in front of me. I got to be able to see. But over a period of time, it just got slow after, I said, the spring after my freshman year.
Yeah, it made me think about, I went to a 1A school and then they consolidated us with Union. But at 1A, I remember those years, like we used to play both sides of the ball, offense and defense. It just made me think about those times. But other than playing the quarterback, like what was the biggest adjustment that you had to make? Because a lot of guys are gonna see this, a lot of like young guys in high school, some freshman guys, or what was some of those adjustments that you had to make when you got to college?
Just understand how to actually watch film and look for certain cues throughout the game that help you throughout the game. I would say that was the biggest adjustment for me. Because in high school, your coaches tell you what to do, really. But when you get to college, it's like more so one-on-one. You're in the film room by yourself, spend time in the room, just watching film, just figuring out different ways what Coney was doing, this technique, or you got this leverage right here, just certain things like that.
Absolutely, because it's a lot of times like you could be the best player on your team in high school, but when you get to college, it's like
Everyone the same.
Everybody the same. It's the same level. You really have to prove yourself. And in high school, like one great athlete can really take you a long way, but in college, all these guys come together, it's a lot more difficult. Speaking about leadership, like who were some of those guys? I asked Nick earlier, like who were some of those guys that kind of embraced you and took you under your wing? Because that's so important to have somebody that you can that can kind of mentor you and kind of be a big brother and kind of show you the ropes. Like who's some of those guys for you?
For me, it'd probably be that 2019 class with Demontre Burrows, Mike Terry, Alex Taylor. We had Bus, Trayvon, Detron, that 2019 class. It took me under the wing. I was with them every day. It felt like we sit in a room, we watch the game probably that Sunday before we even go watch film. Just sit there and just be like, oh yeah, we got to do this right here, and just show me the ropes throughout the whole college football.
We've seen before, of course, they do it all the time. I know that one of the latest stories was like with the Tennessee Titans. I know you could follow NFL footballers where Tannehill was talking about how he was finally going to embrace Will Levis and stuff like that. But for you, did you feel like it was your obligation to embrace the younger quarterbacks and show them the ropes? Because eventually, once you move on, then it's going to be their opportunity. Then they need to pass it down because you want to see your school do well overall. Mm-hmm. Did you feel like you were obligated as well to kind of pass that knowledge down to the younger guys?
For me personally, I wouldn't say obligated, but for me, I'm always that guy. If you need help, I'm willing to help you.
Right.
Everybody know they can call my phone, ask me for anything. I'll be willing to help them. So just with the younger guys, just like I was brought in, they help me with the older guys. I try to do the same thing for them and just try to be, even if it's not about football, just show them different things in life. I just try to do my best and help them.
Absolutely. You're part of that senior group. What are you going to miss the most about this group of seniors that you played with?
Man, those group of guys, man. I say that class there, a lot of fun times. We had a lot of fun times. Mm-hmm. And just the moments we had on the field, off the field, every moment of it.
Absolutely. Did you reach in? Did you have any kind of like personal goals that you achieved? Of course, you wanted to. Of course, you wanted to win championship game like you did a couple of years ago, win your conference as well. Was there anything that you achieved that you guys were very proud of this year?
This year, no matter what the score was on the scoreboard, I felt like our team, we fought hard. Yeah, it may not look pretty, but at the end of the day, we came out each day and tried to fight hard. No matter what the score was on the board or our record, we know at the end of the day, you can start 0-4, but that doesn't mean you can be 0-10. You can change the record around. So for us, that's the thing coming out each and every day. I'm proud of that for us and just being better.
Playing a quarterback position, you have to have a lot of knowledge of the game. You have to be able to read the defense, and I can only talk about what I see on the field. I can't break down the X's and O's like you guys can. But after football, college football, do you plan on having a coaching career, or is there anything outside of that just to stay close to the game of football? What is it for you?
For me, I say after this, I would like to see how I can try to professional league.
Okay.
But if that doesn't go how I want to, I thought about it because I really want to be athletic director.
Athletic director.
So I think that's my way to stay around the game.
Absolutely. And I was going to say, a lot of times, some people, once they play career, play their over, it's kind of hard for them to, deal with life outside of football. So, just kind of like figuring out some kind of way to like stay close to the game is very, very important. Just finding something that you enjoy doing. That's what I would tell anybody. Find something that you're really passionate about doing. That way it makes the transition, easier moving forward. But what kind of lessons are you going to remember, from Coach Pugh? Like I said, this is last go around, final practice, final game. What are you going to remember the most about Coach Pugh?
Coach Pugh, he gonna yell at you. He gonna say some things you might not want to hear. But then you just got he's coming from a good place. And he's saying it for a reason. So you can't look at it as him saying bad things. So for me, just knowing Coach Pugh for how long I have, I'm grateful for everything that he did for me. And just even all the yelling, because at the end of the day, I know he meant it for a good place and I understood where he was coming from. So over time, just helped me over time.
Absolutely. And then my last two questions, of course, it's a lot of guys playing high school football. They want to, whether they want to be a quarterback or they want to get to the next level overall and play collegiate football. Like, what advice would you have for those young athletes that are in school that are looking to be in this position that you're in?
I would say the first thing, just make sure you get your education done. Me personally, I just coming into school, I know some guys that didn't play the first year. There was a problem because they didn't have the grades. And it was like, man, I wish I could have that year back. So I would say just get your grades done so you don't have that regret. Going to school, you can go play anywhere that you want to. And just when you get there, just take advantage of your opportunities. They may not be a lot. You may have the days you may want to quit. You may be around talking room. It's like, oh, I don't want to do this no more. I'm tired of sitting on the side. I'm tired of not going to games. But when you get in, just take advantage of your opportunity.
And speak on that a little bit more as well, because a lot of guys, and in this social media era, it's like they want instant gratification. But just talk about the importance of sticking with it, even though the process may not be going the way you want it to. You may not be getting as much play time as you want to. But just talk a little bit about that, about just sticking with, just trusting the process instead of like just throwing your hands up and looking to just give up or transfer or something. Just talk about the importance of just trusting the process.
I'd say the importance of it all, it's a learning lesson. You learn a lot of things because you're obviously not out there for a reason. So what's the reason why you're not out there? So you can sit in that time and actually sit in the film room, actually look at yourself, evaluate yourself, see what you can improve on to put yourself on the field. Because obviously you're not doing something the right way. So that gives you time to actually learn what you have to do and what you can do better and play faster on the field. Because like you said, high school and college football is way different. Everything happened probably like 4/10 of a second faster. So you have to be able to think faster. So if you're not able to do that, then you sit there and evaluate yourself like, hey, how can I get this to this point faster so you can play faster?
Absolutely. My last and final question, I got to talk to you guys, been following you guys all season. It's been a joy and a privilege for me, covering college football this year, and then let alone being my first year covering it. It being the HBCU made it even more special for me. One of my best friends, he played, college football here. This was probably about 10 years or so ago. But he played here as well, and just the tradition, just the environment, like the family environment. It's like a family reunion. Now, like I was here for homecoming, it was packed out, and man, it took me a long time to find a parking spot and everything. But overall, just the environment and just how everybody treats you like family, it means a lot to me. So I've been appreciative of everybody, taking the time to speak with me, and thankful for you guys, being able to take the time to do interviews. But for you overall, what does the HBCU experience mean to you?
For me, it's meant a lot for me. Honestly, I came from a small town, so when I first got here, nobody probably could tell you who I was. They probably see me like, yeah, I see him all the time. Oh, I didn't know he was on the football team. I was so quiet and shy. I don't probably talk to my roommates and people I came in with. But just being here, I decided to open up more and just be more of me. Side that I didn't know I had. So just being here, I'm grateful for it. Because I know back home, I probably wouldn't be this person I am today.
Give me one other thing before we wrap it up. One other thing that football has taught you that you can use to translate over into just life.
For me, just don't give in. Don't give in to adversity. Yeah, things may not go your way, but at the end of the day, you still got to get up the next day and go do your job. So it doesn't matter how it may look, how it may seem from the outside view. Nobody wants it. Nobody cares about what's behind the closed doors. It's all what's in front of you.
Absolutely. Corey, I want to thank you again for your time. Thank you for a great career. And best of luck going forward.
So thank you for having me on here.
Absolutely. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.